Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, welcome. I post videos every Monday on beauty and Disney, and I've been posting a ton of Disney content lately. I think it's because I'm gearing up for my trip coming up soon, so I'm in crazy Disney mode right now. So anyway, today's video is all about how to master the Disney FastPass system. So this isn't your typical how to make a FastPass video. This is all of the tips, tricks, and secrets of the ins and outs of the Disney FastPass system. So let's go ahead and get into it. So if you've never made a FastPass before, it is a free online system that allows you to reserve time slots for rides in advance so that you can skip the lines. So all of the parks, with the exception of Magic Kingdom, have their rides broken up into two tiers. Tier 1 is all of the popular rides, pretty much, and then Tier 2 is everything else. So if you are staying on site, you can book your FastPasses 60 days in advance, and if you are staying off site, you can book 30 days in advance. So what most people know is that you can book up to 3 FastPasses in advance per park per day. And what most people don't know is that once those 3 FastPasses are used, you can actually make additional FastPasses one at a time, and they are unlimited. So most people will tell you to use your FastPasses in the middle of the day, when the crowds are the highest, when it's the hottest, kind of that 11 to 2 o'clock window. But here's the secret. Are you ready for this? Use your FastPasses as quick as possible. You want those 3 FastPasses out of the way first thing in the morning. That way, you have the whole rest of the day to keep making more FastPasses. So what I usually do is when I'm booking my FastPasses at that 60-day or 30-day FastPass window, I'm booking for that 9, 10, and 11 window because you can only book 1-hour time slots. So that's the soonest that I could do my FastPasses. So I get to the park at, right at 9 o'clock, I'm using that first FastPass. But what a lot of people don't know is that you can start modifying your second FastPass and bump up the time. Does that make sense? So it's like if once you scan your Magic Band or your card and you are in line waiting to get on to your very first ride, you can actually be on the My Disney Experience app modifying your second FastPass. So say the second one is at 10 o'clock, and you can go in and modify it, and all of a sudden a 9:30 pops up. So you've already maximized your park time, and so by the time you get off that ride, say it's 9:15, you head over to the other ride, now it's already 9:30, and you can go ahead and use your second FastPass. And again, same thing. Once you use that second FastPass and you scan your Magic Band or your card, you can go in and start modifying your third. So let's say, a time pops up for your 11 o'clock FastPass at 9:50. So now all of a sudden, it's not even 10 o'clock yet, and you have used all 3 FastPasses, and now by 10 o'clock, that window of all of those FastPasses, those unlimited FastPasses that you can start making, has now opened up. So I hope that makes sense a little bit, but that's kind of the way that you can maximize your FastPasses and pretty much never wait in a line at Disney, because the trick is to go in and modify those FastPass selections. So even though there's really no way to know Disney's algorithm with FastPass, because it's totally different than dining reservations. If you go in and you're wanting to reserve a time slot, if someone cancels, that's gonna cycle back through and you can now reserve their dining reservation. But FastPasses are a little bit different because it's on an algorithm, and something could pop up totally different for somebody else than it would for you. So again, there's really no way to know and kind of figure it out. You just kind of have to keep messing with it and keep modifying those FastPasses. So here are the top 2 kind of secrets, I guess, to modifying FastPasses. So 1, if you are looking for a specific time at a certain ride, and let's say you're looking for a 10 a.m. and a 4 p.m. is available, don't pass over that 4 p.m. just because it's not the time you want. Go ahead and reserve that 4 p.m. and you can actually go in and start modifying the time. So different selections are gonna come up when you're modifying a 4 o'clock rather than having 0 FastPasses and just trying to look for a specific time. for some reason, Disney thinks that if you're modifying a FastPass, you are more likely to actually use that FastPass than if you were to go into your app and have no FastPasses and you're trying to make one. So again, it's a really crazy algorithm system here, but your chances are higher of getting that FastPass time if you modify an existing FastPass reservation. Okay, and then number 2 is kind of on the same lines, but a little bit different. So if there's a specific ride that you are wanting to go on and it is saying that there is absolutely nothing available for that ride, select something different. So let's say you're at Animal Kingdom and you really want to ride Expedition Everest, and it's saying that it is totally booked, there's nothing available, but there's a 3 o'clock at Dinosaur. So go ahead and book that Dinosaur FastPass, even though you're probably not gonna ride that ride and that's not what you're looking for. Just select it anyway, because then from there you can go in and again, modify it. When you are selecting a FastPass and you want to modify it, a whole different selection of FastPasses are gonna show up. So it's not guaranteed, but your chances are higher of getting that FastPass at Expedition Everest with an existing FastPass than with nothing. So keep in mind that this strategy is not 100% foolproof. It's not guaranteed that this is gonna work, but all I'm saying is your chances are a little bit higher when you're modifying than if you're just booking straight off of My Disney Experience without having any existing FastPasses already. So it's you kind of got to mess with it if you're patient and you're willing to kind of go back and forth on times and just kind of play around with it for a few minutes, something will most likely pop up. Not saying that it will, you know, I mean, for instance, rides like Flight of Passage, I mean, most likely nothing's gonna pop up for that. It would be really, really rare. And I have heard of that happening. So it could totally happen to you where you're just, you know, browsing the FastPasses if something is available and Flight of Passage just pops up. I mean, that totally happens, but it's those kind of rides, the really popular ones that book up right at that 60-day mark, that you're gonna have a harder time with this strategy. But, you know, other rides like at Magic Kingdom, for instance, like Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, things like that, where those, when you're making modifications in a FastPass, those are the kind of rides that you'll see that will most likely pop up. So I'm really excited to keep trying out this strategy when we go on our trip here pretty soon, and I'll have to do kind of a part 2 follow-up to this video and just kind of let you know my experience with this and kind of how it works exactly when you're constantly modifying your FastPasses throughout the day. I've seen so many people use this strategy and it works great for them, and they're just hopping on rides all day long going through the FastPass line. So it's pretty cool, and it's definitely something to try out rather than just sitting around waiting for your FastPass window to open up. Just go ahead and modify it and see if you can get something sooner. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, or I don't know, if you have anything else that you want to add to this, just because there's so much that goes into FastPasses. So let me know in the comments below what those things are, and that would be really, really helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Get involved in this community here. It's so much fun. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and that's it for today. So we'll see you next time. Bye.